What it do, skate fam? Gonna hit y'all with a quick video. Today we are going to talk about bearings. In my comments, I've been getting a lot of questions about bearings recently for whatever reason. I used to get them here and there, but lately I got multiple, and it just made me want to give y'all a quick breakdown on bearings. Just to give y'all a little back history, when I first bought my bearings, I bought them mid 2000s, like 2000, I don't know, maybe 5, 6, somewhere around there. And the bearings that I bought back then are the ones that I still use the most to this day. They are in my main wheels that I roll on. This was a while ago, obviously, back when bearings was like $40 and my nice Bones wheels was like $80 for the set. And I think the bearing came with an extra couple in there. But yeah, my bearings have lasted a long time. So my bearings lasted a long time and still rolling perfectly fine to this day. Never had no issues with them. People think you got to spend an exorbitant amount of money on bearings, and you really don't. Like, when I bought my bearings, I saw the cheap ones, I saw the expensive ones. Me being a kid at the time, I'm like, I'm gonna buy the cheap ones. Like, you know what I'm saying, I'm cutting corners wherever I can. So I bought the cheap bearings, which I ain't gonna say they cheap, but they was the cheaper of some of the ones that I was looking at, you know. Um, and they've been holding up super well. And I don't even clean them and oil them as much as I should, to be honest. And I don't store my skates as well as I should, to be honest. Like, my skates be in the trunk. Like, that's where I store them at a lot. And I live in Wisconsin where it's cold at. So, you know the type of temperatures that they be exposed to. Yeah, taking care of your bearings really ain't hard. I don't take mine out myself and put them in, even though you can, but I don't want to, bend them up or anything like that. So I always let the rink do it whenever I do, which I'm well overdue for them to clean them. But yeah, I just take them to the rink, I pay them to take them out, oil them up. It don't cost too much or nothing usually at the rink. So I let them take them out, clean them, oil them or whatever, and put them back on. Sometime I'll clean my bearings and stuff while it's still inside the wheel. So I'll take my wheels off and I clean the whole thing. When you clean your wheels and your bearings, if you ever do it like manually, make sure you dry it thoroughly. If you don't dry your bearings thoroughly, it's metal and metal can rust easily. So make sure you dry it completely, and then just throw a little lubrication on there. And to be honest, the type don't matter all that much. Like, I've used probably 3 or 4 different lubricants to oil my wheels in the past, and I didn't really notice no difference. Like, they all made my ride feel super smooth. So it's nothing like, if you an overthinker like me and you go to buy a pencil or something and you Googling the reviews and the specs and everything, and you got 100 different tabs open because you just an overthinker and you just trying to compare so many different things, don't even trip. This is not something that you need to be, you know what I'm saying? It's not buying a house. It's not buying a car, nothing like that. Like, it's simple. And people be like, oh, should I get the bearings that's rated this or that's rated that? And from my understanding and from the little research that I did on bearings, it don't matter that much for skaters. Like, when it comes to the different grade and quality of bearings, the super expensive ones and this and that, like, that mostly is for machinery, like heavy machinery and stuff like that, where the bearing is gonna spin and get, an absurd amount of spins per minute, or what is it, RPM, whatever they call it, reps per minute, I don't even know. But when the bearing is gonna spin at super high speeds, then yeah, you might want to look at, getting a higher quality bearing. But roller skating, we don't skate fast enough for that even to matter or come into play. Like, it's not that deep to me personally. Roller skating does not equate to heavy machinery usage. So yeah, don't even stress about it. Don't worry. Just find you a normally priced pair of bearings and slap them babies in. Just make sure you clean them. If they ever start to get dirty, get lint in there and all that type of stuff, and then oil it up, you good to go. And another tip, if you oiling your bearings and all that, make sure you wipe your skates off, like the wipe the wheels off, or you know what I'm saying, roll it gingerly when you first get on the rink, because if the oil that you lubricating with get on your wheels, it make it real slick. So you know, that happened to me a couple times. I recognized it was slick, and I just did some T-stops to like scrape it off a little bit. But yeah, that's something to be cautious about, because you don't want to step onto the rink and just bust your stuff immediately as soon as you get on the floor. So, but yeah, other than that, I just made this video to ease y'all mind, for real, because it really ain't nothing to stress about. So grab you whatever pair of bearings you see fit that you can afford. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to break the bank to buy no bearings. Y'all probably can see my eyes red. I'm tired and whatnot, but I got to get back to this work. So I got to finish up my little homework and then off to bed. So I'll holler at y'all later. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. See y'all later, skate fam.